up a seat, let your guard slide down. We're laughing, we're learning, we're holding you down. Welcome to the spill room, where the truth feels good and the vibe stays smooth. Lean in, tune in, let your heart make moves. Welcome to the spill room. You're locked in now. Let's get into it.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
How are we going to unwrap today? Are we unwrapping it like a candy bar?
Are you a bit ahead of schedule? Was
A little bit.
Unwrap after the fact, Mary?
I'm unwrapping.
You're not wrapping.
No, because we're going to wrap at the end. I thought we'll unwrap it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm thinking food and I'm hungry.
Mary, I don't know if you're aware of this, but because you do seem to have a little bit of an obsession with sugar.
I don't like lollies, but I like chocolate.
Can I just say to you that you know how we ate the lollies?
You didn't.
And we hated
Oh, yeah, those.
we ate the fries, whatever they were called.
They were peeling reveal or something.
They're recalled. They got recalled the week after because they had contamination in them.
What?
No wonder why they were disgusting.
No wonder they tasted like
I'm
actual
thinking, is that our fault? Did we expose that?
I hope so.
Our community service, us putting our bodies on the line. People, this is how much we love you. We put our bodies on the line. I reckon that's why they recalled us because of us. I'm just going to take that.
So I just thought I'd give you that little.
I feel better about humanity knowing that those lollies aren't.
They're shit disgusting. They'll probably try to remake them.
Yeah. I think it's just a certain batch.
I'm not wasting my petrol station money of $7.50 packet on a contaminated product from Allen's.
Well, I have a dilemma, okay, and I was just talking to Texas about it on the way here. This is a massive dilemma. Okay, it's not really that massive, but how much information is too much information? So I stumbled because, being unwell, I had all this time to do my favorite thing, and that's work. I love knowledge, and I'm always about learning everything you can. And I discovered that there are 7 types of female orgasm.
7 times.
7 types.
Mary,
That's great.
what is with you and all sexuality going on?
Look, I think it's a spiritual thing because can I tell you that I discovered this on a spiritual site? There's something about spirituality and sex. I don't know, we're all sex mad, and I've got my theories around that. I'll come into that later. But it comes to a serious topic because I said to him, how much information is too much information? Like, I'm lucky. Texas is a proficient lover. I don't need to worry. I don't feel like I'm missing out. But what if you look at that and you go, I feel like I'm missing out? Like, I was really happy with my sex life. I was satisfied. But then I've looked at this and I've gone, okay, now I feel disappointed. Like, it's too much information.
I'm trying to keep up, though. What do you feel that you're missing out?
Well, I don't.
What is it that you saw that you're saying?
Oh, I don't. I think I've covered all 7 of those orgasms. But what about, I'm feeling for maybe people who haven't felt that.
Do you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I don't know how we do this, Mary, but all week,
Love so we can see.
we're in sync again. I'm telling you, because it's really funny you bringing it up.
Yeah.
My friend, the Diary CEO that I mentioned every single episode, because I just love him, Steve Butler. But we'll talk about him because I've actually reached out to him to see if we can get
I
him on the
think
show.
he's going to come on the show.
Oh, well, let's
I'm
see.
feeling you, Steve. I'm psychically feeling you will come on the show.
He's going to be here in September. And I'm
Fantastic.
always saying, if you don't give it a go, you never know. Yeah. So I feel an email. Let's see if he replies. LinkedIn, check your messages. But he interviewed someone this week. I just listened to the podcast where he's got this a health doctor for women's sexuality.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I swear to you, she says men don't understand the orgasm. And she got out an actual,
Vagina
plastic
thing.
vagina, if you want to call it, clitoris. And she was showing him how it's supposed to be done.
So funny. He probably learned some new things from her.
Yeah, some tricks.
And I was just listening to that. I think it was maybe Monday or Tuesday. So I'm kind of laughing because, look, how much did I take from it? Some of it. It was great that he, I thought, from a male perspective,
Wanted to learn more.
and put this on the show and opened it up for everyone. Where's my phone gone?
I
God
thought
knows.
we were going to get visuals. I was getting excited.
So you were saying how much information is too much?
But in relation to everything, like even, let's say I get on Instagram and I'm seeing these great holiday destinations that if I didn't get on there, I wouldn't even know they exist. And then I wouldn't feel like I'm missing out.
I catch you now.
So it's like how much information is too much information?
So what you're saying is that hearing all of this, does that put it out there to people now explore that and question?
Yeah.
So could that be a good thing or bad?
I think it's good and bad because even things like, in terms of our growth or our mental health or our learning, is there too much out there where sometimes we feel inadequate?
Well, it's overstimulating because we had a little bit of a discussion last week where the girls go, "Oh, you just deep dive into everything now, Mum," because it's true. There's so much now opportunity to see stuff. So your mind's constantly, "Oh, there's another reel for this. Oh, I'll explore that."
Yeah.
I mean, how much do you take on board of it though? You need to separate.
Exactly.
You need to separate who you are though.
When Noah had been sick, and I've been searching up having 2 under 2 kids, and you can just search on TikTok and people's routines come up and they post videos of like how they deal with it or whatever. And then I'm watching the videos and I'm like, nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. And then I'm like, what am I taking a stranger's advice on here for? Like, why am I searching on TikTok? I'll just make my own choice. But you just have the access to go on there and
Yeah, I think it's a crazy, and we talk about it a lot, a crazy time where there is probably too much information, and if you're not going to be your authentic self,
love that,
right? You can very easily spiral into these crazy theories or a crazy 7 orgasms, really?
Yeah,
like that's wonderful, and maybe there are certain people that have had that experience. Kudos to them. But what about the women that perhaps can't?
exactly.
And you've got a problem with it.
Exactly.
Maybe I might be turning 50 and being menopausal.
Yeah.
We can open that up to everyone. I'm sure there's quite a few of our listeners that could perhaps are experiencing it. And one day, girls, you'll be there. A lot of women are affected during that time because the hormones are all over the shop. How do you manage
Very
that?
much so.
Shove this shit in their face.
Exactly.
Imagine what that could do then to your self-esteem. I think it could be a marriage wrecker because they haven't then explored why it's happened. It could be a medical condition, not necessarily a problem between them and the partner.
No, but maybe they're realizing as they get older as well. Like, I think there's a lot of, not your age group, but a little bit younger, where they are starting to get those divorces, and that maybe because they are starting to go through menopause and realizing they never got what they wanted in that perspective, or not. I reckon. Few ladies I know that have expressed that they didn't have that physical.
I had a good friend of mine who to some degree did claim that a lot of her premenopause experience brought on her reevaluating, how she felt in life. Yeah, for me, I don't know. That's a concern because I think you need to, at some point in that relationship, you were happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when I say at some point, obviously at the beginning, so where did you get lost along the way? Which I understand can easily happen, particularly with life, money, family, drama, yada, 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 pulls you in different directions.
Maybe there's some things you can't come back from though.
Oh, that's different. I think if there's an extreme scenario that's happened, who knows? It's a crazy world we live in.
The way to do it is to think about the other person. When you first fall in love with someone, you're thinking about them, their feelings. It's all about noticing them, seeing them. As the relationship continues, you stop seeing how the other person feels, and it becomes a bit more about how you feel. When you first enter the relationship, you're programmed into giving. And then after a while, it becomes about you receiving. Now it's about, well, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. Because when you first start, you want to give everything to either win this person over or please this person. But then after a while, it's like, well, I'm not getting anything back. And I find with my clients that is the biggest thing, and they don't see the other person. I've had some really heartbreaking sessions around that, around people who just cannot see what their partner is going through. And where I'm saying, this is actually, how your partner is feeling. No, they're not feeling that. You literally said that to them today. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's feeling that. And it's like, you literally told your husband today is not good enough. Yeah, but that's nothing. It's like, no, it's not nothing. He actually feels not good enough. They can't actually see that the other person is feeling something. It's like, well, I'm not getting my need, but in the past, when they first met that person, it was all about pleasing them. So when we fall in love, we have to really fall in love with someone we're actually really compatible with, someone who from the get-go meets our needs as well. Sometimes we enter into relationships because we just don't want to be alone, or, you know, it's nice at the start, but we don't really examine, is this someone who fulfills my needs? So we give and give and give and hope that that comes. And then when it doesn't, we're dissatisfied. The best relationships are where from the get-go, you're meeting each other's needs from day one. So we're always seeing each other. We're always meeting each other's needs. There's not that, oh, I've just entered this to be with someone, but really you do nothing for me. And that's, I think, what's sad. So it's about finding a way to get people to do for each other again.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this information out there as well where, you know, it's always like, you're not good enough. You know, 7 orgasms, you're not good enough. And I'm going to tell you, on that list, there are orgasms that a lot of people will never have. It's just, you're not going to put your body in those positions.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Exactly. It's unrealistic expectation.
Expectation.
It's not.
You
It's
know?
really not. And then even in terms of, you know, you've got all these self-help things and they're promoting things that just maybe aren't possible in everybody's life. Like everyone can be a guru.
Oh
Everyone
my
can be
God.
that. No, we're just meant to be normal and have fun and
Mary,
enjoy life.
See, again, I can't believe
we're
we're
in
doing
sync
this
again.
Yeah, because that was another thing that I was saying to John the other morning. I said to him, how many people are out there now doing self-help? Like all these seminars. There's, I mean, constantly there's an event for this person, an event for that person. I mean, to some degree, I feel like it's getting extorted. Like, you know, back in the day, there used to be, you know, Tony Robbins. He was like the big self-help, and it's still really big. I mean, he's actually coming with Steve Bartlett. But now it's non-stop. Like on my feed, when I say to you, oh, I'll help you with your money, there's a money guru, and there's a this guru, and there's a, you know, health guru, and all the opinions it's almost, I don't know, it's like they're just copying each other's theories.
But I'm just like, what have you had in your life that you're such a great buddy? Yeah, that's what I think when I look at these people. I'm like,
thank you, Nat. I've had so many people that want to go into life coaching or want to do workshops and things for others. And I'm like, you're not in that position yet to be able to.
But those people have crazy stories that they shared and people relate to it. Some of these Instagrammers, they're just saying that, oh, I had a weight loss journey. I had it. So many people do. Like they're like sharing a story that.
But even that is fine. But if you haven't had basically any of that life experience, leave something to teach it.
Yeah.
You know, so I did an excellent business talk the other day that I absolutely loved, but I could speak from experience because, not being vain, I've achieved that. So, and we did it on a really personal level. This comes to my big gripe with these self-help talks, and I really can't stand them. They charge an exuberant amount of money, and you feel amazing when you're in that energy, but then when you leave, you drop. And I have such a problem with that. It's, you know, it's like extortion. You bring everyone together, but you're actually giving them solid tools to change their life. When they leave, does their life change?
But the thing is, they give you a set of tools or give you, you know, certain ways to do things. Ultimately, let's go back to your purpose.
Yeah.
And are you then going to be able to take all that away and do these things? Right? Because it's not going to work. No chance. It's like saying that everybody wants to be an entrepreneur at the moment, right? That's another big thing, right? It's especially is it Gen Z? Is that what you call yourselves?
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants to make millions. There's all these advertisements at the moment about opening up a Shopify account and doing a drop ship. Now that's the new crazy business going on out there.
All your stocks and you're this and you're that.
To account and invest here, invest there, So there's this illusion that I'm going to become a millionaire overnight because that person is sitting there, right? And they're in your face. When you watch these movies, it's like, you can do, jump on here, look below, go to www, you know, and apparently you're magically going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
And it's so brainwashing because it's virtually invincible.
What about these ones? What about these ones that I see? And they're like these mums and they're like stay-at-home mums. And they're like, you can play this game and you can get $700 a month if you play this game.
I was gonna say I like how it's like all of us have it in different versions because it's just
It's
everywhere.
the algorithm.
Because I
on
even
your,
get it for like the lash businesses and all of that, and they'll be like, you can make 6 figures in 1 year if you do these things.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you have
shit.
to be a person yourself to just like be like, I can't get those steps. Like you have to separate it from like, this is my reality today. Do I even have a business? Like, what am I looking at this for? To get to that point, you're looking at like so much bigger than what you are already.
But what I think of all this, that I think people need to really wake up. It is literally monetizing through Instagram. That's they're not making money from doing these clicks on Canva. The amount of people that are watching it.
We're all watching different versions of it.
that's
Imagine
true.
there's 8 billion people.
Yeah, but who actually goes and clicks on? Not me. I don't click on it.
No, but you're watching the views.
Yeah, that's true.
And then people are liking it.
They're getting money from the views.
Correct. And I think this is where the whole scam is, that people need to wake up. That 90% of what they're offering is not genuine. It's just they made it and built it so. And I think this is all coming from these events.
Yes.
Where there's been these, I call them pyramid schemes.
Yeah. I can't stand
these
them.
10x, 10x, and
It's like the when we were at Nonna's house and we'd watch the normal channels and all of those ads. You know that one channel that you'd buy this for $20 and if you buy 6 you'll get it for 10.
Yeah.
The infomercials, but they're everywhere now. Like you can access it more. That's what it feels like, infomercials. Yeah.
And it's so funny. Just the other morning I said to Tom, no, another event? Who's this person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or there's also the ones where they're saying to you, is your business making anywhere between 1 million and 2 million and you feel stuff? Just contact us. We will show you how to get to you and break through. Honestly, really.
Every business is so different. You can't guarantee the people.
The integrity of it.
I have a problem with it. I have a massive, massive problem with it. Even like on a personal level where they will build you up to be certain things in relationships and that sort of thing and you leave and then you drop. Yeah. And they really inflate, I think, your own self-importance a little bit. And they don't really give you the tools. They give you the tools in that moment, but the tools that they give are just not practical in life. They don't really focus enough on people's growth. It's about making people feel good, but sometimes what we need to grow is an ass kicking. You know,
and be told a real hard truth.
Exactly.
You're wrong today.
Well, it's like a deeper self-examination than what they give. So when we did this business talk, we spoke about, you know, the 3 pillars. I was driving along and Spirit dropped this book on me, The 3 Pillars of Successful Business. And it was just fascinating. And they gave me real examples that I researched that were just so intriguing. And so we spoke about them. And, you know, one of them, obviously, you know, when you break it down, like one of the sub things we broke down is your point of difference. It's about innovation. What do you have different to everybody else? Now, okay, even in a lash business, it's not going to be all that varied, but what do you have different? Maybe it's your customer service. Maybe it's you will give extra time doing this. Maybe it's your personal rapport with customers that makes you different to other people. Maybe they feel really loved and welcomed in your space. Maybe it's your decor. Maybe you offer something different, but you have to have a point of difference. So you want to teach people to be their best selves, like to find themselves, find their great qualities. What's your great quality? What are you good at? What can you bring to the table? Not this is what makes you great. It's you're great. Look at what's great within you, but don't try to be something that you're not. There are things that I can't be, but there are things that I can do and do them well. These things don't target what somebody does well. They tell you that this is what you have to do to succeed. This is what you have to do to have a great relationship. No, what about these are your individual skills? And if you focus on them, you will succeed in all areas of your life. It's not personal enough and it doesn't delve into people personally, like what's your personal strength? It tells you what your strengths should be. Not everyone's strengths are the same. You know, it's like, okay, this is the formula for a successful person. No, it's not. It's your personal thing will make you a success. It's not about empowering the individual. It's about empowering a story. You know, and we're losing people in that. You know, so when we're doing this business talk, we went around individually, you know, talking about everyone's strengths, everyone's weaknesses, you know, what are you good at? And there was a bit of ass kicking in it, but everyone was so empowered because everyone walked away going, this is what I'm actually good at. It's you nailed it, Daniela, when you said being your authentic self. You know, these programs don't teach you to be your authentic self. They teach you be like me.
This whole AI scenario going on is honestly going to kill authenticity.
Yeah.
There's going to be positives.
Yeah.
When it comes to
Yeah, like human
processes
connection and things.
oh
But
my God,
you can never get rid of it. Yeah.
in AI. Like we're experiencing it in our business. There's parts of it that I think, oh my God, like these are getting really excited with some of our marketing tools. It's
That's
really
fantastic.
helping develop that, right? It's probably going to become a problem for someone in marketing. It's going to cost someone's job one day.
Yeah.
But for me, the ability and the power this AI has is a huge concern because of the way it can manipulate.
Yeah.
Okay. It is so easy. Sienna created a video in under 2 minutes the other day, just by giving a prompt to AI to create, and not that it was necessarily perfect, probably needs tweaking, but we're like going, is this crazy?
And that was
How
just
did
on an app on Canva. Like it wasn't even an AI app.
She's basically said, can you do a video for Super Spill Solutions, blah, 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 demonstrating our product. This thing looked like it was in a warehouse with our spill kits, human people walking around and using them.
Wow.
We're like, how does it know to do that? Now, you can just now put that into this scenario.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be seeing fake speakers.
Yeah.
Right?
There already is.
I think this is what's a lot of what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
These, you can make the, 6 figures, and they're not even real. And
No.
unless you've got a fine eye to understand that, because it's got a shuffle. You know how OECD has this shuffle? Like the way they blink?
I can't tell. My kids
can and some I can't. The kids are better at it.
my kids pointed out, they're like, Mum, that's AI, but it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
There's just so much fake information. We're losing the individual, and these programs, these self-help programs, make out that they're all about the individual, but they're not.
This brings me back to last week's topic, because Mary, you weren't here, and we talked about them living amongst us.
Spirit living amongst us.
No.
Aliens.
You missed out on the extraterrestrial.
I'm controversial on this one, so I don't believe that they exist.
So, I wanted to know.
I don't. I'm sure there's something out there, but I do believe we are the most intelligent life form. And when you look at the evidence, and they just released all these massive files in the US saying, they released Roswell files, all that sort of thing. There was nothing in them. So I don't believe that they exist. The evidence just doesn't stack up, and the reports don't stack up.
So we went and watched Disclosure Day, and I also watched the documentary of the age of disclosure, and interviews now have been released. CIA, ex-military, all coming forward now. Yeah. They're admitting it's true.
But I've studied
hardcore evidence, Mary.
No, I've studied them I've studied those disclosure files, and if you really study them, there's not. They say there's hardcore evidence, but there's not. There's not really the evidence there to support it, and the testimony from people that say they've seen things, it just doesn't stack.
So if in 2027, 28, when they say the government is going to officially declassify, right, and bring it all forward, people apparently are not going. It's going to be a very challenging step.
Yeah.
How do you think you would feel if that then happens?
I would be very happy to say I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, I've got no big ego about that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just don't see evidence of it now. That's why I struggle with the whole interplanetary starseed thing. I don't see it that way. We do work with other realms and other dimensions, and I think people try to, I suppose, we want to justify everything. We want to understand everything. So we want to give something a label. Mm-hmm. And if we don't understand something, we'll call it an alien.
Okay.
But when you're working, let's say, with angels beyond this realm, you've got to remember they don't look human at all. If you're working with thrones and dominions and virtues and levels of angels higher than archangels, they don't look human at all.
That's true. I guess in the past they would call them aliens.
Exactly. And their job is to work with the universe and the planet, whereas archangels and angels work with us individually. So say you are someone who's having this profound psychic experience and you're seeing these angels of these dimensions, you could easily think they're aliens. Easily.
So you're connecting that perhaps.
Yeah.
Me and Sienna were saying this the other week.
I said they probably just have psychic abilities.
Yes.
Is it a confliction of the way that they're reading it or seeing it?
Exactly.
It might be interesting to see.
And that's where sometimes a little bit of information is dangerous. A little bit of information.
Little jobs and people are taking it.
And if you go to all these, I think there's a ranch, is it Utah? It's somewhere in the States. It's escaped me now, but where there's all this alien activity. But if you research that area, the Native American Indians believe there were what they call skinwalkers and things like that. And it wasn't aliens. It's a lot of demonic activity and possession activity and things like that. So people don't understand what that is.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Because then I was telling the girls last week on the episode about this one dude who reckons he's been around for decades, and he says that this particular alien talks to him, and he's there to let everybody know the truth about aliens.
Yeah.
And he sounds almost demonic
because he's talking to something.
Yeah.
He's talking to something, but he doesn't know what that is.
So you think that label, perhaps the government and their experiences, so when they're flying, so what about how they're saying that they've seen spaceships?
I think
they're seeing UFOs.
I think there is a lot of stuff we can explain in terms of celestial bodies. Like, have you even seen those lightning balls that travel of light?
No.
There's so many amazing things that can happen in a celestial sphere in terms of even planets, comets, things like that. But even in more recent times, there are things that, I mean, you got to think there's other governments that spy on other governments. There's a lot of military stuff that they don't admit to. So there's a lot of military experiments that they don't admit to that come out later.
Well,
that's
the controversy is it's actually government research that they're taking and creating it, flying them through the sky, and then that way then, you know, the population's going to believe, or civilization will believe, that there is alien activity, but it's actually fake.
It is.
So it's interesting that you have, you know, we'll call it an opinion for now.
It's an opinion.
It's my opinion. I mean, we genuinely know you do have insights. So
it's my opinion, and I'm sort of sticking with it. But I'm so happy to be proven wrong. I'm open to it. But for me, it's like, I suppose I'm a very big skeptic, which people find it hard to believe in the work that I do. I have to see it to believe it. I don't just trust everything that I get, especially being a psychic. I've got a responsibility to people to pass on accurate information. I have to see it to believe it. I've got to trust it to give it. So I just haven't seen it. In all my years doing this work, I've never seen that alien activity. There's never been any real physical evidence of it, apart from people sighting or testimony, and then that's questionable at times. Not saying they're faking it, but they could be having some other psychic experience. People have such a limited, and here we go talking about too much information to not enough. You know, it's the opposite, where a little bit of information is dangerous. When you have a little bit of information, you run wild, but you don't know enough. There is so much that we experience on a psychic and spiritual level, and I suppose alien's the right word for it, because it is alien to us. We don't understand it. So let's label it with alien. But I don't believe that it is. I had a very heartbreaking client, the first and only time I ever really thought, oh my gosh, this is an alien experience. I remember being really young, actually, going back before that. I remember waking up, and I was about 4 years old, and all these blue and green fluoro handprints all over the wall, and thinking, oh my gosh, it's aliens, because I was 4 years old and believed in aliens. But then I realised, hold on, this is spirit. Anyway, I had a really heartbreaking client. She was in her 70s. She sticks with me. And she came in and she was talking about aliens coming and raping her and all this stuff. And she was so believable. I believed this woman. Whatever she was saying, she believed it. It was really real for her. And I said, Spirit, please, I am really getting drawn into this. Please tell me if this woman's really having a experience. I need a sign. And they said, ask to see her lifeline. I said, Spirit's telling me you have a very interesting lifeline. She said, it's not normal. It goes all the way up my arm. It's like this, it's like that. I said, okay, can I see that? And I looked at her hands and they were perfectly normal. And I said, Spirit, what is going on here? I need your help. And then her mum came in and she said, I don't want to talk to my mum. I hate my mum. I don't want to talk to my mum. And I said, I know you don't. I said, can we just talk about it a little bit? Just a little bit. It turns out that her mum would drug her at a very young age and have the neighbours come and sleep with her and take money from them. And she was only like a 5-6-year-old child.
Oh, God.
And her mother was doing this to her. She said, yes, my mother would make me the coffee drink, and then the aliens would come and rape me.
This is all trauma.
So,
that's crazy, Mary.
From the age of, let's say, 5 or 6, this woman is believed in that. And then every sexual experience was around aliens. And then she was telling me how she went to the spaceship, and she has 2 kids, and they would come and see her in the spaceship, but now they don't see her anymore. And I'm asking about the spaceship. She met these doctors. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a mental institution. You've been institutionalized.
So you could put this down to then, I guess, when you're hearing this, or you've now encountered this experience with one of your
beautiful
clients
who broke
that perhaps they go into a psychosis.
Absolutely.
Maybe some of the experiences we're hearing about could be actually mental health.
Yes.
And that brings it back to what you're saying, where they put people on the psychedelics to see those
How
things.
they're doing that. That's another crazy thing. I just cannot believe people would put their body through that. There's
Don't
all
put
this
your
going
mind
on
through
now
it.
too, where they're taking psychedelics to have that experience of out of body. Have you heard about that?
I have. And there's a place, I think, for psychedelics in terms of mental health treatment, but very small microdosing under controlled circumstances. But I don't believe in that, because what people don't realise is when you do that, it actually does affect parts of your brain chemically that you can't reverse.
Yeah, it'll be altering your state of mind, and it'll be permanent. Yeah,
I'm very anti-drugs. Have a drink, that's fine. Drugs, I'm very anti. But your brain is such an asset. Why would you mess with it?
Yeah.
Why would you take any substance that's going to mess with your prized possession unless it's to help fix it?
Yeah, I can't understand these whole psychedelic things. That was another thing.
I just don't. I believe that there's aliens, so I'm not commenting.
It's fine. And it's of course, I mean, I understand that because the universe is so vast. I'm sure there's something somewhere. You know, maybe there is another galaxy where there is. You know, maybe we do parallel lives and there's multiverses and things like that. I'm open to that. I suppose I shouldn't say I don't believe. It's not that I don't believe there's other life forms. I just don't believe they're close to us. I don't believe they visit us, and I don't believe we're going to have anything to do with them in our lifetime. When you think about the magic that is space and what it actually takes to travel through that, I don't believe they have the technology to even get to us, assuming that something's out there. I really don't see that.
No, good.
Yeah, but prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I love that. I'm open to everything, but prove it to me. And when I see that thing where I go, oh my gosh, that's definitive proof, I'll be the first person to say, I am so wrong. And I'm so excited. How can I meet them? And can they be one of my best
you'll
friends?
want to learn more about it.
But it's just, I don't see it at this point. Every time someone's come to me with that experience, I've seen what it's not. And I go, oh my gosh, this is heartbreaking. You know, it's like even saying, oh, this was meant to happen because of this to ease our pain. We come up with a story to get us through. And that's not a bad thing. Even with that woman, I said, Spirit, what do I do? And I'm thinking, she's 70-something years old. I can't take away this woman's illusion. Yeah, that's her coping mechanism. Imagine if we break that down and it's like, no, you were raped, and we go into that and deal with that. This woman doesn't have that long of a life left. I'm going to basically destroy her life. She's not in a place to get therapy or help for that at this stage of her life, which is sad. Because you think, you know, you should be able to at any stage, but she just wasn't there. And so all we could do is talk about practical things. You know, you meant to go to the dentist. And did you do this? Did you do that? And she goes, you're the only other one who sees aliens. And Spirit told me that you're the only one who believes in them. I said, I do believe in them. Yeah. But she said, you know, I see other aliens. Yeah, no, she reads people who either have been abused or abusers. She can pick up on that energy.
She referred to it as aliens.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Incredible.
Wow. What about what you were one of your topics was, what is deja vu?
Oh yeah, that's what I did. I had thought of that the
was
other
a good
day. That
one.
was one of my thoughts. I thought, what is that? We've already done it before on another plane, like in another dimension, or is it us just remembering, like we're jumped forward a little bit and we're like in the future? Like, what is it?
I used to get deja vu a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I have it occasionally, but it has been a while. I know Dom gets deja vu. I find it euphoric. It's actually a nice feeling. Strange, but nice.
It is, because it's
I actually
validation.
like it when it happens, and I haven't had it happen for a while.
It's just being able to predict something. Because when I have it, I can see exactly.
Yeah, what you're
I'll
about
see
to
like
do
the
next.
next 10 steps.
Yeah, but it's like
So I reckon it's
shortest
some sort of.
time span that it's like not really that like big.
For
of
me,
a
it's the
deal.
dumbest shit as
Yeah,
well.
it's the dumbest thing.
It's
that
like,
really,
I'm
just
going to go get a
walking.
coffee now in the kitchen. And then when I go to the kitchen and go to the lounge room and then I see it.
For me, it's usually conversation. Like, oh, it felt like, oh, hang on, did we have this conversation before? The same people were in the same room or the same scenario happened? Or repetitive dreams.
Love that.
Have you ever had repetitive dreams? So you're in the same. I don't know if it's a dream deja vu or not, but I've had repetitive dreams where, let's say 5 years ago, I dreamt of the exact street that I was on, the exact house that I was standing in front of, getting into this exact car. And then I'm back there again 5 years ago. I'll wake up from.
But when I've had deja vu, I feel like I've lived it.
Yeah, done it already.
Like I'll turn up to a house, I'll be like, I've been there when I was 5. and then I had that deja vu when I was little.
I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a psychic prediction. That's exactly what it is. You're spot on that. It's a psychic prediction, and it's a hard one to understand because it's something that they call claircognizance, and it's where you know something but you don't know why you know it.
Yeah, that's what it
And
feels
at
like.
some point you've had that vision, but you've had it almost in a subconscious way. And I love that you said that it's meaningless stuff. Because, and it's that beautiful, wholesome feeling. It's like a validation. It always feels good. But what I love about it is it tells you something important is going to happen that day. So let's say I have deja vu. Oh, I was in this kitchen making coffee and I get that deja vu feeling. Oh, something's going to happen today. Something is happening. Whenever you get that deja vu, yeah, it's not so much even about that moment. Like it might be about that conversation.
Like an epiphany for later.
90% of the time, it's your spiritual compass. It's your higher self saying to you, hey, wake up. Today's an important day. Pay attention. This is important.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
you know, you said you get this feeling. It literally shifts your energy. When you have a deja vu experience, your energy actually shifts and it's preparing you for something in that moment. I love it. Yeah.
So when can see the conversation she's going to have with someone.
Yeah. That's more just like psychic vision.
Yeah.
You just have straight out psychic vision, which is great.
I'll tell you what, I've got psycho stupidity at the moment.
You do not. What makes you say
It's
that?
just been one of those dumb weeks.
It has been a dumb week, but that's a good thing.
Dumb week in a good way.
It's a good thing. We need a dumb week every now and then. It is a really good
I have
thing.
a dumb week every week.
Pregnancy
brain.
I love it. My daughter, this is about synchronicity, and I think this is great. She went to a service station she normally wouldn't go to, like one of the independent ones. She doesn't like putting fuel in them. But she felt like, look, we just need to put fuel. Let's do it here. And there was a man in front of them, and he gets out of the car and he said, look, can you please help me? I can't find my wallet. I don't have my card on my phone. I need to pay for the fuel. Can I transfer you the money and can you go pay for me? And so he transfers my daughter the money. She's like, yeah, sure. And she went and paid for him. But he doesn't have the card on the phone. He was an older man. He was much, much older. And so she helped him and she went and paid and she came back out and he said, thank you so much. And he was with her partner and this man's crying. And he said that, long story short, his wife had died in October and he was moving the last of their stuff. He just bought a beautiful property at Port Macquarie because that was her dream, but she died before they could live in it and enjoy it. And now he was going there alone and they had no children and they had no one. And he's moving the last of her things. And he said, and I feel so stupid. I'm so lost without her. I can't find my wallet. I can't find anything. I don't know how to do anything without her. And my daughter said, she's probably laughing at you right now. Like she didn't tell him that she's psychic. And then he started laughing. And then she was giving him a bit of a reading without letting him know that she was giving him a reading. And she rang me crying. She was like, Mom. And it gets even sadder because this woman killed herself because she found out she had terminal bowel cancer and didn't want him to take care of her and suffer. So she took her own life. And so it's a tragic story. So she's crying, her boyfriend's crying, I'm crying, we're all crying listening to the story. And I said, do you realise that you were meant to be there at that time?
Yeah.
His wife sent you there at that time
To help him,
to help him to do that, to give him that message. Happier.
Yeah.
Because you've got to have that experience with you. I feel like, Sienna, you get a lot of stories like that where you're just put in places where you know, even like we were talking about running to that guy on the escalator and just synchronicity, like, I think it's amazing.
But that's why I remember.
Yes, please.
The right time.
I love this.
That's how I met my love of my life.
Oh, please tell us. You don't know, I don't know this story.
You know my love story.
No.
Oh, I can tell you my love story. Well, so I wasn't meant to be there, neither was he. It was a night where I was supposed to be studying, doing what I needed to do, and he was meant to be with a netball team.
That's dumb.
I always throw that at him.
Yeah.
He had some family coming, family friends from Melbourne, and he was invited to go out with a netball team. And so he had said yes to that, but then at the last minute, changed plans with his set of friends where they wanted to go to where I was now at. I was at home and my sister said, you can come out with me tonight. And I said, no, I can't, got to study. And she goes, no, you haven't been out for ages. And she doesn't keep driving and you're bringing And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So I had to force myself out the door and we met that night, both of us. Synchronous. I love that. And then the minute we walked in the room, he looked at me, I looked at him. My sister goes, stop looking at him, I don't like him. And I went, why? What would you do? She goes, I just don't like the look of him. And I went, nah, I'm going to marry this boy. And we got married 6 months later.
I love that.
And interestingly too, that weekend, my father had a stroke on the Sunday.
Oh,
And he called me that morning. Like never, like we met that night.
I love it.
And he called me on the Sunday morning just as Dad had the stroke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he was
He was
so
there
good about
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
Me and Nate don't have a cute story like that. We met at Macca's. Yeah, we
That's
met at
cute.
work.
That's still
It is cute. The other day, because I don't think Mary knows yet, but me and Nate bought a house
Congratulations.
recently. And then one of the girls saw it like on my story or whatever. And then she used to work at Macca's together. She's like, I can't believe we all worked at Macca's together and now you're getting married and have a house. It was so fun.
that's cute.
Yeah, we worked together at Macca's. I know.
How did you guys meet?
I don't know. There's
Yours
two
is
versions.
cute.
There's
No,
two
yours is
versions.
cute.
One's that I knew him since we were in primary school, and I hugged him under the slide in year 4. And then we met later at Squeeze and Grind in Camden. We just went for like
Because you went to different high schools and then again.
we went to that primary school, and a few of us from that year group in year 6, we went later on when we were like 17, and he was there. But I'd just broken up with another boyfriend, so I don't
With the same name.
Yeah, with the same name.
Yeah, she goes, that's so nice. You know, he wears the collared shirts.
No, he had a Tommy Hilfiger shirt on.
Yeah.
She goes, I like the way he dresses. And I said,
Because the other boyfriend was just not it. No offense. You cut that out. But yeah. I said, he's tall, but his name's Jared. And Mum's like, nah, seriously.
Another
You
Jared.
just broke up with this guy. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I still ended up
I love
talking to him
that.
somehow.
Mm.
Oh, my baby's upset.
Yeah, I thought let's have a bit of fun before we go. Have you got a minute? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, don't have a minute, but we'll do it anyway. Can we grab the deck of
oh
oracle
my
cards?
God, I was going to do that today. I was
Were
like,
you?
let's open up.
Where, I thought let's all pick a card, and as the viewers or listeners can then pick one of us. So they can either go Danny, Ella, Mary, Nat, or Sienna, and which one of us has the message for them. So everyone pick a card, and then they can, whoever they pick of us, have their message. Yeah. Ooh, and we can give them our interpretation of the card too, just so you know. We can channel the
We're
message.
going to channel the message.
We're going to
are we?
channel the message.
Bullshit. I've got a very sexually looking
Oh,
young lady
gosh.
here.
Actually, we all do.
Is it all the same?
All the same.
Just bringing it back to the beginning of having those orgasms, man.
I know. Let's wrap it up, right? With an orgasm. I love that. All right, who wants to go first? Should we just go around? Okay, so for anyone who's chosen that,
So we were just talking about, at the start, you were talking about people and their, sorry, my pregnancy brain. People being fake about their whatever. This says, and we're saying that they don't have the right experience and stuff to be talking about it. That's what came in my head when I read it. It's time to own the power you've earned and learned during this lifetime. Isn't that what we were saying? Those people don't have that. Anyway, accept your mantle of mastery and humbly. You've never been more capable and worthy of success, love, and fulfillment than you are now.
hope everyone got Nat's card. That was nice. Yeah, what'd you get?
Okay, what's the best use of me? Instead of telling the universe what you want, ask the universe, how best can I serve you? What would you have me do, be, create? And what's the best use of me today?
Oh,
Instead of comparing, that's probably good. Comparing yourself.
love that. Mum. I like mine. So if you chose me, River of Bliss. Running just beneath the drama that is on the surface is a river of never-ending bliss. Consider this your permission slip to dip your toes and dive head first to the sacred soul that leads you back to the shore of a joyous nature.
I love that.
I love that. That's great.
So if you chose me, you got pump up the volume. What I'm getting from this is it's time to say your truth. So there's something that you want to say to someone. It's time to say it. The situation isn't going to go away with you just sitting back. It's something that needs to be spoken about. Take charge, fix it, sort it. Your words are powerful.
Amazing.
Good.
We're wrapping it up. No, we're boxing it up like a
Tarot cards.
box of oracle cards.
So everybody, thanks again, and we're boxing it up like a tarot card.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's get into it.